गुड मॉर्निंग डॉक्टर राजकुमार, आप बिल्कुल सही बता गए।
गुड मॉर्निंग।
गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
5 मिनट लेट है, सही वक्त पे नहीं आए हैं।
नहीं सर, ऐसा नहीं है। आपको पता है कि जो भी टाइम आप जहाँ पे भी होते हो वो आपका सही टाइम है।
यस यस,
यू आर
वो तो
नेवर
है।
लेट। यू आर
यस
नेवर लेट, यू आर नेवर अर्ली। यू कैन नेवर बी लेट, यू कैन नेवर बी अर्ली।
यस
है ना? 2 मिनट बाद जो सांस लेनी वो आप अभी नहीं ले ही ले सकते हो, 2 मिनट बाद ही मिलेगा।
यस यस।
तो माय फादर यूज्ड टू से दिस कि यू कैन नेवर बी अर्ली एंड यू कैन नेवर बी लेट एनीवेयर, क्योंकि आपके मर्जी से कुछ नहीं हो रहा है ना? तो वो बहुत बड़ी ईगो है। ही यूज्ड टू से कि when you say that I'm late or when you say I'm early, probably that is the biggest ego as well as time management is concerned. तो अपने आप कने देखो कि ये ईगो तुम्हारे अंदर नहीं होना चाहिए। You just thank God that you are there. यही बहुत बड़ी बात है।
हाँ, यस सर।
है ना? तो he was very simple person, my father, और एकदम छोटी छोटी ऐसे बात करते थे। लोग वो कहते थे कि धीरे धीरे खाओ, आराम से खाओ, कम कम खाओ, क्योंकि तुम्हारा खाने का कोटा फिक्स्ड है ना? जिस दिन तुम्हारा कोटा खत्म हो जाएगा, तुम्हारी टिकट कट जाएगी। तो दैट्स ही यूज्ड टू से, जो भी करना है धीरे धीरे करो, आराम आराम से करो, लाइक दैट।
हमने राज दीदी को सुना है क्या? दुनिया मतलब जीवन खुशियों का खजाना, वो कहती है जब हम पैदा होते हैं
हम्म
तो भगवान बोलता है जितना लेके जाना है जाओ,
हम्म
खाना, घूमना। तो जो हम एक्सेस कंज्यूम कर लेते हैं ना, वो हमारा बंद हो जाता है। खाना एक्सेस कंज्यूम कर लिया तो बाद में खाना बंद हो जाएगा। घूमना एक्सेस कंज्यूम कर लिया तो बाद में घूमना बंद हो जाएगा।
वही सर, कोटा।
हाँ।
आपका घूमने का कोटा फिक्स्ड है।
हम्म
सो द अर्लियर यू कंप्लीट दैट कोटा, अर्लियर यू इन ट्रबल।
हम्म।
Brilliant, fantastic. Okay, so let's start the session and मैं record screen share करता हूँ. So you all know how we are going to go, right? We'll read one chapter and we'll discuss on that chapter for about 5 to 6 minutes, 7 minutes. So here we go. Okay, so Sumedha ma'am, आप ही शुरू
जी
कीजिए। आप ही शुरू
मैं
कीजिए।
अच्छा मैं शुरू करूं? एक मिनट
प्लीज।
जरा मुझे थोड़ा सा ठीक से पहुंच
मैं
लेने
खाली
दीजिए। हम्म,
मैं खाली फोटो ग्रुप में डाल देता हूँ that
हम्म,
we have started the session.
पढ़ना शुरू करूं पिनाकी
Yes
जी?
ma'am. Yes ma'am, please go ahead.
राइट ए थैंक यू नोट. दिस इज चैप्टर नंबर 54. One true magical trick when it comes to improving your relationship in writing thank you notes. Surprisingly, this is not only beneficial for the receiver, but as science found out also for the sender. If you want to take a deep further, write not only notes but entire thank you letters. While thank you notes are a sign of politeness, kindness, and valuing the receiver and boost your own well-being, thank you your letters have even more impact. Studies show that gratitude letters can increase happiness and decrease depression for a person that writes it for a long as 3 months after the writing of the letter. It is said that the for benefits are highest. The benefits are highest if you deliver a message in the message in person. Try this even if just a simple email to someone. Ideally, write an email to someone who is made a major positive difference in your life and whom you have never thanked for a positive influence they had in your life. Take your time to write a note, and while you are at it, why not write to one person a week. Very Gratitude is one of the single best ingredients for happiness and great relationship, and antidote to all those negative emotions which damage your our relations, like greed, envy, jealousy, rag, arrogance, and so on. Did you notice that you can't be grateful and unhappy at the same time? You also can't be worried and grateful at the same time, and you can't be angry and grateful at the same time. Choose gratitude. Make showing gratitude to someone every day a habit. A colleague, the cashier at the supermarket, your parents, the mailman, your kids, or the basketball coach. Be creative. It is important to feel the gratitude and really thank about the things you are thanking the person for. If it's tribal or heartfelt, it doesn't work. Remember, you are all hungry for genuine appreciation. Show other people that they matter in your life and in the world. Show people that you are making the world a better place, and write them a thank you note, uh, or thank you your mail. And this is that chapter is finished. And thank you, Pinaki ji, for giving me the chance, because I was thinking I will not read today. So thank you so much.
Beautiful. Sumedha ma'am, thank yourself first that you took to reading.
Normally, I take the first one, but today I was late. There's no connection here.
So I was the first one to join, so I got the opportunity to read. Thank you, everybody, and good morning, everybody.
गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। सुमेधा जी, आप कहाँ से हैं?
मैं पुणे से हूँ जी।
अच्छा अच्छा, ओके। वी हैव 2 पुणेकर नाउ इन द ग्रुप, मतलब करंटली ऑन द कॉल। द सेकंड इज मंगला जी, सो पुणेकर आर नंबर 1.
Rajkumar sir is ever ready to throw an arrow at me. I love that. It makes me very interesting. So good.
Mangla ji, let me have a look at you. I'm not
Look
mad.
at you. I'm a little bit in a mess, but I will.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. No, there was no internet हमारे यहाँ.
Oh yes, yes, yes. I have seen you.
Yes.
Okay.
Where do you stay? Where do you stay?
I stay in Sapanbag near Racecourse.
Racecourse. अच्छा, चलो. उसके बाद पिनाकी जी, after the discussion, I would love to read.
Okay, so let's have a discussion on this chapter.
ये जो चैप्टर है, राइट अ थैंक यू नोट। अभी श्राद्ध पक्ष में मैंने मेरे फादर को थैंक यू नोट लिखा, और उसके बाद में मैं इतना हैप्पी फील करता हूँ। तो थैंक यू नोट आई थिंक डज एन अमेजिंग रिजल्ट for living as well as non-living persons where we want relationship.
Rajkumar sir, your father's and you all stay must be in the same house, no?
Yeah. No, my father expired very early at the young age.
Oh
So
my
he
God,
expired
sorry.
in 87. I became CA in 83.
Oh.
I got married in 86. But all my learning is through my father. He was Munimji. 8 year. He studied up to 8th standard. At the age of 15, he came to Bombay and he started working.
The back generation, no, their ideas of values and hard work was so different that I always feel we fall short. What I'm trying to say is not that we don't have values, but look at the transformation which they brought because of their strength of values. And so they became a model for everybody in the colony, in the area where they lived, at the local level. This is what I'm trying to say. So our gratitude to those people is of a different level. This is my opinion. I am not saying that now people are not intelligent or they are
Thank
not
you.
capable. ऐसे नहीं है, but I think that difference, that strength of values and that expansion of values in terms of number of people who believed in the goodness of man, I think that has changed. See, I'll give you a simple
I'll come back
example.
to chapter, Mangla ji, sorry. मैंने थैंक यू नोट का इम्पोर्टेंस बताया, मैं थोड़ा ज्यादा
Yeah,
ही.
so I'm coming to that email. That's a method of doing things. What Pinaki says, that is a way of doing things, but there could be so many other ways of thanking. But right now, nowadays in the modern world, connectivity in terms of verbal communication and interaction with people has become less. So this is a wonderful way of connecting with people. But I think there are so many better ways of saying thank you. If I think that those with whom we can interact and where it is possible, let's use our voice and connect with people, which is many times stronger than sending a beautiful, extraordinary written email.
Very true. Even I can write the email and before sending it, just call the person and read it out.
You know, no doubt it requires
So I can add the emotion which I am adding to that mail through my voice. So that can also be done.
Yes.
You know.
He's
Why I'm
asking
saying so?
for
Because that's what
another.
I do.
Yes.
You know, one is asking for writing skills also when you say email bhejo.
राइटिंग स्किल चैट जीपीटी है ना, उसको बोलो कि मैं ये मैसेज
You are
भेजना
a
चाहता
smart
हूँ,
person, sir. You
मैं
are an
उनको ये मैसेज
intelligent
भेजना
person.
चाहता हूँ, आप प्लीज मुझे कुछ ड्राफ्ट कर दो, प्यारा सा नहरा सा. मैं
Very
चैट
true.
जीपीटी को ऐसे ऐसे शब्द देता हूँ,
Very true. Very
बहुत
true.
इंटरेस्टिंग होना चाहिए, इंप्रेसिव होना चाहिए, रोमांटिक होना चाहिए. मैं किसी को ऑनेस्टली, यू वोंट बिलीव द काइंड ऑफ
Yes.
थिंग्स दैट हैपन इज अमेजिंग. यू नो, लाइक आई एम राइटिंग एन ऑफिशियल लेटर, किसी को ऑफिशियली रिस्पॉन्ड कर रहा हूँ, एंड आई एम पुटिंग दिस वर्ड एंड मेक इट रोमांटिक इनफ सो दैट अदर पर्सन एक्सपीरियंस फील्स दैट यस आई एम इन ट्यून विद दैट पर्सन.
You know, so
और वो जो लिख के देता है ना, मैं हैरान हो जाता हूँ, मैं अपना दिमाग लगा के इसको इतना रोमांटिक बना ही नहीं सकता. सो आई एम राइटिंग अ प्रोफेशनल मेल, ऑफिशियल मेल, एंड उसमें रोमांटिक टच है.
so
अमेजिंग.
sir, I agree. Why? Because as a human being nowadays, we have learned in the sense the society is so, you know, self-centered that little affection, that little touch, you understand what I mean in a good sense, affection, love, वो गायब हो गया है. And so people are hungry for it. So what you said is true, that in your email also give a human touch to it. Human touch means what? Feelings. And that, I think, that brings about the real change in a person.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. And I say that वो खो नहीं गया, गायब नहीं होगा, वो यहीं पे है, कल ही हमें पता नहीं.
Absolutely. Otherwise, a robot can also do it. GPT can also do it. But why do I need to say I'm Mangala Herkal at the end of the email so that people feel connected with me?
Brilliant. Anybody else would like to add to this before we go to the next chapter?
I think it's a good way of venting out also some of the time with the egos, if you have the not having the strong connection or you lost the connection. And when when you want to start once again, means I want to start once again the connection with that fellow or the loved one, I can start with this thank you note.
Yeah. So over here, I'd like to say that in our Indian culture, we have various ways. I am just reminded about these Jains and all who I think, I don't know what they say. Rajkumar sir had said last time, forgive me if I've hurt you, forgive me. So it is a way of connecting with people. Correct? One. Second, yeah. Then we Maharashtrians have this in around Sankrant time, we say, Tilgul gya god bola. That means take Tilgul, but speak sweet about a person. See good things in a person. So gratitude is also recognizing the goodness in man. And in Western culture, you have this Thanksgiving Day, but it is very stupid and impersonal because they bring flowers and keep it outside your house. They don't ring the bell and give it to you in person. So you open your door at any time and just accept those flowers, which is a very impersonal way of saying thank you. Our Indian ways are better. Rajkumar sir, I'm for Indians, huh? Please. Otherwise, he'll again say you're not Indian. So I think this gratitude and email are ways of connecting with people.
Yeah, and the easiest way to express gratitude is just say something good about the other person and your job is
Yes,
done.
yes, yes. Recognize good in a person. So
Absolutely.
it brings about happiness, it brings about connectivity, it brings about acceptance, it brings about recognition. It reveals our frame of mind and also our perspective towards the world and the people. Ultimately, what is world made up of? People and connectivity. If we fail to understand this, then I think we become unhappy.
We are quite likely. Wonderful. Let's go to the next chapter. So,
May I read it?
yes, ma'am, please take it over. So, we are
Last
at
but not
part
least.
7,
My God, what a
and part
strong
7 has 9 chapters. So, let's go ahead. Last but not the least. So, here we go.
aware of people with false self-esteem. If you want
Beware of people, not aware.
beware of people with false self-esteem. If you want to become attractive to people and be an influencer, you have to develop real and stable self-esteem, which is not to be confused with attitude and behavior of people who are narcissistic, arrogant, and selfish. Stay away from these people. They are displaying they are they are displaying pseudo self-esteem or false self-esteem and clearly demonstrate a lack of real self-esteem. False self-esteem is only the pretense of self-belief and self-respect without the reality. It hides behind the illusion of having the characteristics of true self-esteem, nothing else. Someone who walks into a room showing off, bragging, looking like a peacock probably doesn't have high self-esteem. In fact, this behavior is the exact opposite of healthy self-esteem. If we can choose, we really don't want to be around this kind of people. To worsen matters, people with false self esteem will always judge and value you and themselves by what you achieve and by your results, not for what you really are. Stick around people with higher levels of self esteem. Mostly they are humble and don't need to show off continually. Work on becoming an example. Work on your self esteem and display real self esteem, which is founded in reality, in actual performance, in actual success, and in actual practice. It is the product of effort and hard work. When you show when you show real self-esteem, you will attract people, and maybe your example will show people with false self-esteem that there is no need to protect themselves, that they also build real self-esteem, that being wrong and vulnerable is no problem at all, but actually a sign of strength, and that they can let go of arrogance, selfishness, and their false sense of security. Become a high self-esteem person and stay away from low self-esteem people, except if you can be a role model for them. Wonderful. Over here, I would like to comment that this chapter is the fundamental way by which our society can be brought about transformation. Because if we look around us, we find nowadays people with very real, what shall I say, small sense of achievement and success. But today, people want to show off. People want to tell lies. People want to project a wrong image of themselves to show that they are big. And in this, on this background, talking of this chapter is so relevant that look up for concrete values, look up for fundamentals, look up for basics, what people are, who believe in hard work, who really do something, who achieve something, and so they are successful. So I think this chapter is very, very relevant for us to build real strong values. Thank you.
Again, who would like to add to this? Sumita ma'am?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
नहीं, सुमेधा जी को बोलने दीजिए, फिर मैं बोलता हूँ।
आप करिए बात, कीजिए प्लीज।
ये देखो, हम कई बार लोगों से मिलते हैं, जैसे ऑफिस की बिल्डिंग या घर की बिल्डिंग में, लिफ्ट में, और वो एटीट्यूड में रहते हैं, मतलब हम हेलो कहते हैं तो भी उसका जवाब नहीं मिलता है। तो वो सेल्फ एस्टीम है कि क्या है, और उसे हमें कैसे डील करना चाहिए?
I think a lot of people are arrogant and they don't want to interact because their idea of themselves is so high, right or wrong apart, that they think, the rest of the people, मैं क्यों hello बोलूं, मैं क्यों interact करूं? This wrong attitude which they have developed due to maybe when they were working, they had lots of, bhav from their juniors or whatever it is, or they have formed a wrong idea. So let us not pay attention to these people, or at most we can give them a chance once or twice, say good morning. If they respond, बहुत अच्छी बात है. When they ठोकर खाएंगे, they will come back and say hello to you.
Imagine if that person standing next to you is Mr. Modi and he is quiet. What will you do?
ना, मोदी तो ऐसे करने ही वाले नहीं है. He is the type
वो
who
चुप है,
खुद
आप
से
क्या
ही
करोगे?
बोलेंगे. He is the type who खुद से ही मेरे को पूछेंगे, मैडम आप कहाँ से हो? So that is the difference, that people who
No,
are
imagine he is
really
silent. Now what will you do?
sorry.
Imagine he is silent.
So I'm the type, I'll tell him, sir, आप भूल गए मैं यहाँ हूँ. I'm also a citizen of this country. You're a prime minister. Please नमस्ते बोलिए. I'm the type who will say that. So if you have forgotten, I am reminding you.
He might ask you कि आप भी मुझे बोल सकते हैं, because I am not PM.
No,
I'm the Prime
no. So
Minister
आप
right now.
मोदी है तो you should connect. It's your responsibility to connect with people. आप भूल गए ठीक है, नहीं तो आप टेंशन में है तो I will connect with you.
Yeah. So anyway, you'll connect with him, right? He'll
Of course
ask
I
that
will.
person.
I'll see that he connects with me.
So
And I'll
that's why
see that
it
he
depends on the
responds to me.
context, that
No,
who is
I
there.
will take that as a challenge and I'll see that he responds to me. कैसे नहीं
Yeah.
करेंगे?
So in NLP, there's a wonderful concept called people are not their behavior. So this is
Sorry,
what
can you repeat that?
people are not their behavior.
People are not there?
Not their behavior. People are not their behavior.
Huh.
Okay. So I'll just touch upon it. ज़्यादा depth में नहीं जाऊँगा. So like let me ask you this question. How will you feel at that time if something like that happens? Say, let us assume Mr. Modi is there and he is quiet, or maybe someone like him is there. उसी का हमशक्ल आपके साथ खड़ा हुआ है.
Can I share a big example?
No, don't get into that. Just get into the feeling. How will you feel at that point of time?
He would feel disturbed.
How you would feel? How, like you'll say, I am.
I will say, sir, I am who I am, but the point is
बोलना नहीं है, खाली feeling की बात हो रही है.
Yeah. So how
So how will you feel? You like I am irritated, or I am angry, or I am
angry? No.
What is that? What
Can
is
I
that
share my
feeling?
experience, Pinaki ji?
सर एक मिनट, एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग बात हो रही है, आपको बहुत अच्छा लगेगा. So what will you say at that point of time, that that when people do like this, I am angry. When people do like this, I am irritated. When
No,
people
I
do
would
like
not
this,
get angry. I would not get angry. I would just realize the irrelevance and irresponsible behavior.
what is that one word that you will explain yourself for that feeling that you're having that point?
I would feel amused at his stupidity.
Okay, so you'll say, I'm amused, right? I am amused at that given point of time. That's what you're saying.
Yes, I would say that.
Okay.
Or I would bring him back on his feet. I'll say, sir.
वो सब अलग बात है. What is your feeling at that point? Feeling is only a one word, it's not such a big sentence or a phrase. It's always a one word.
No, amused. I would feel amused at the way. Amused.
Okay, so you can say I'm amused. Like when people behave like
yes.
that, I'm amused. So
over here, I want to share a personal example.
Wait, don't get anywhere. Just stay here. Now imagine at that point of time you're amused and that person asks you, who are you? What will you say?
I'm a citizen of India.
Okay.
So I have a right to connect with you, but it is
Okay, so if that person asks you, ma'am, what's your name? What will you say?
my name. Well, my name is an honest citizen.
Okay, imagine it is somebody else, maybe the guard of your tower. Now that person asks you, ma'am, what is your name? What will you do? वो भी साइलेंट ही है, लेकिन कुछ देर बाद उसने बोला, and at that moment you are already amused. So you say, I am amused that this guy is silent. But for some reason he spoke up. He asked you, ma'am, आपका नाम क्या है? आप क्या बोलते हैं?
आपका नाम क्या है? In a sense, if he's asking for my real name, then I'll say my name is Mangala.
Whatever it is, मतलब वो पूछ रहा है, तो आप क्या बोलोगे? He'll say, I am Mangala, ma'am. I am Mangala haircut. यही आप बोलेंगे ना? That's how you introduce yourself. So observe
if it's
yourself.
just a name, yes. But if he's asking for something else, then it is different. How
एक ही तो सवाल पूछा, अभी समथिंग एल्स में क्यों जा रहे हैं? सवाल तो एक ही पूछा है, मैम आपका नाम क्या है? तो आप क्या बोलोगे? You are already amused right now. So will you say I'm amused or will you say I'm Mangala haircut? What will you say?
I don't know. I'm not able to answer your question.
You said I'm amused.
Yes.
And then he asks you your name. What will you say? Will you say I'm amused or will you say I'm Mangala haircut? आप क्या बोलोगे उस वक्त?
No, I would say I'm a citizen of India. I would
ये
not say
आप थोड़ी,
Mangala, I would not say
आप
Mangala.
गार्ड को थोड़ी ऐसे बोलेंगे कि I'm a citizen of India.
किसको?
गार्ड को. अगर वो आपका सोसाइटी का गार्ड है, वो आपको पूछ रहा है मैम, आप क्या
Mangala.
बोलोगे?
Mangala.
This is what I'm saying. So do not label yourself with your feeling. Say, I feel that way. I feel amused. I feel irritated. I feel angry. Do never say I am angry, I am irritated.
Okay.
The moment you say I am, आपने अपना नाम को ही रिप्लेस कर दिया और वही अपना नाम लगा दिया.
That becomes
Okay,
the
okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, Dr. Rajkumar, please go ahead.
Over here, I want to share a very extraordinary experience which I had at the national level. Let me tell you this.
Connected to this only. This only. Beware the topic that we are.
Yeah, the topic. How
Okay, ma'am.
it is related to what the example you gave me. I was in Delhi and I was with some big shots of which I will not tell you the name. And over there, Shashi Kapoor had come. Then he was very handsome in his 20s, 30s. And it was an open space and I had a very important assignment. I had gone there for an assignment with, it was an interpretation job. So I was in my own world and he just crossed me from 2 feet and he was stunned at the way that a young girl, I was very young then, I'm young now also, that I didn't react to him. I didn't say anything to him. So he went and asked the boss, who is this young girl? This is the first time I have experienced a young girl not responding to me when I'm so beautiful, because that was the day, it was the release of his film and I had totally ignored him. So he felt very insulted what I told you. So the big people also feel insulted because ultimately they have a human feeling. And I was not interested whether you are Shashi Kapoor or anybody else. It makes no difference to me. My stand was very different. So 100% I had ignored him. He passed me from 2 feet away and there was nobody else. He felt 100% insulted. He went and told the censor board, ye kaun ladki hai? So I have had this experience and I'm very proud of it, that though you are big, your feet has to be on the ground. If he did not realize it, I think I made him realize it. Thank you.
Great. I agree with you. Yes, Dr. Rajkumar.
No, in the meantime, I read this chapter twice and I got the answer to my question. My question was, if there are people with ego and do not respond, the author says you be away with them. Author says that we have to work on our self-esteem. And another point which I picked up is we may be with low self-esteem people to make a role model. But if more company will also perhaps may lower our self-esteem. So I got the answer.
You have to catch yourself. See, actually, there's a science called ontology, science of being, which says that whatever you feel about the other person, you actually be that person at that point of time.
Oh.
So अगर आपको किसी को दिख रहा है कि ये ईगो दिखा रहा है, एटीट्यूड दिखा रहा है, उस वक्त आप भी वही कर रहे हो अपने साथ, किसी और के साथ नहीं. And it's a very deep science, so I'm just giving a statement, so at least you can catch yourself that when you're experiencing the वो अगला बंदा attitude दिखा रहा है, इसका मतलब आप भी अपने साथ attitude दिखा रहे हो सकता है ये सच हो नहीं हो, एग्री करने की जरूरत नहीं है, but at least you ask yourself what is happening. If you see that the other person is showing ego, तो आप खुद देखो आप अपने साथ उस वक्त क्या करोगे, क्योंकि आपके पास वो फीलिंग आया क्यों, why that feeling came to you. Very important question. इस वक्त मुझे ऐसा क्यों लग रहा है, the other person is showing ego, the other person is showing attitude, the other person is showing self-respect or not, because at that point of time you are experiencing, you use that word to interpret that situation.
So could
You
it not
distorted
be
it as far as NLP is concerned. If मैं NLP को इसके साथ connect करूं, so in that communication model of the word you distorted it.
so could
आपने
it
अपना meaning लगाया.
so could it be because of the person's two things? One is the verbal use of language or body language, which makes
Whatever
you
it
think
is,
so.
ma'am, your interpretation is your interpretation, and every moment this instrument is making some meaning out of whatever is happening around you. So whatever meaning that you are making, you are NLP के language में बोलता है this is distortion. मतलब आपको लग रहा था ऐसा है. That may not be like that. Like say if I am standing in a lift, even I will keep quiet. मैं लोगों से हमेशा बात नहीं करता हूँ, लोगों जो रहते हैं वो भी बात नहीं करते, अब उसका मैं कुछ भी मीनिंग निकाल सकता हूँ. That is up to me. And whatever meaning I am creating at that point of time, I am exactly expressing that feeling to myself. उसके साथ क्या हो रहा है वो अलग बात है.
So if I say somebody is an egoistic, that means at that moment I am also egoistic.
आप सोचिए आपके दिमाग में ये शब्द आया ही क्यों, कुछ और भी शब्द आ सकता था. आपके थॉट में वो वर्ड क्यों आया,
Because of his behavior or because of the words,
because
or
of
because
your
of my past
interpretation of his
experience.
behavior. Your interpretation of his behavior. It is not his behavior. It is not because of his behavior. It is because of your intention of his behavior. Sorry, your interpretation of his behavior. आपने जो interpretation निकाला.
Which you're trying to say it may be wrong.
I'm not trying to say anything. I'm saying it. I'm not saying it is right or wrong. I'm saying it is only your interpretation. That's it. Nothing wrong with that. This instrument, इसका काम ही है meaning making करना. अभी भी आप meaning making कर रहे हो. आप अपनी तरफ से उसको सोच रहे हो, अपनी तरफ से सोच रहे हो. Nothing wrong with that. The point is, choice, the word you started with, though incorrectly you started that word, but that is the most important word, aware. आपने aware से start किया था, and awareness is all about NLP. You be aware of what are you interpreting at that point of time. आपने beware को aware interpret किया. Your eyes देखा beware लेकिन आपने पढ़ा aware. So your eyes, your brain is already aware of what to be beware of. So awareness starts followed by beware. अगर आपको पता ही नहीं कि किसके बारे में मुझे beware होना है, तो how you can never be beware, right? It starts with aware.
Okay, thank you.
Good. Let's go to the next chapter.
Pinaki ji, 1 minute. Can I say something?
हाँ, please, ma'am.
हाँ जी, मैंने तो जब ये पढ़ रही थी तभी ही लिख लिया था, बी वेयर ऑफ व्हाट एंड हाउ यू आर सेइंग बाय स्पीच एंड योर एक्शन. Even if you're not saying, speaking, but your action, because at that moment you're projecting your mind also to the other person, which is
Yes,
very
ma'am.
important.
Absolutely right. And even you are saying that I'm not saying anything, you are saying something to yourself anyway.
Yes,
That is
because the other
prompting you
person,
to take that action.
because other person also reads your gesture, he's also or she is also intelligent. And if the
Yes, ma'am.
person like Modi ji is there, he will not miss anybody. If it comes to
Yeah.
the, so it depends on the other person also. But you are giving so much importance to yourself. I am, मुझे नहीं पहचाना, मुझे नहीं देखा, मुझे ऐसा किया. And that मुझे and I became so important. You have forgot your name. You are saying you are a citizen, you are so and so, you are so and so. So you have to think on yourself first, then say to the other person. At
Thank
least
you.
I do that way.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you.
एक्चुअली क्या होता है, हम अपना आइडेंटिटी भूल जाते हैं और नया आइडेंटिटी खुद ही के ऊपर लगा देते हैं बिफोर समबडी एल्स डूइंग दैट.
वो बचपन से आदत है ना कि मैं बेटी हूँ, फिर उसके बाद में अभी बहू बन गई, बहन बन गई बीच में, फिर भाभी बन गई, फिर माँ बन गई, अभी मैं दादी बन गई हूँ, अभी ग्रेट ग्रैंड दादी बन गई हूँ। तो उसमें से वो जो अपना वो है, अच्छी बात भी है।
Very true.
चलिए आप चलिए
It's all
बस
about
और
awareness, just
Thank you,
catching
thank you,
yourself.
thank you, thank you, everybody. So
Just
I have
catching
both
yourself. और
awareness
कुछ
and
नहीं.
awareness.
Good, excellent. Okay, let's go ahead with the next chapter. Who would like to read?
I would like to go.
Please go ahead.
Put yourself in other people's shoes. Empathy is one of the keys to success in our relationship with other people. It's easy to judge and condemn people. Any fool can do that. It's a lot harder to try to understand them. If you have the patience, make an effort to understand them, to find out what makes them tick, and you can achieve anything, and surely people will love to be around you. Put yourself in other person's shoes. Why do they do what they do? What's the underlying reason? How would you react and feel in the same situation? This is the key to all human relation. Your success in dealing with other person depends on to what extent you are able to understand them, to put yourself in their shoes, to see things from their point of view. When you start considering others people feeling, ideas and standpoints to be as important as your own, the reaction will be very positive. Tell people what you would like to hear and encourage them to share their feelings and insights. Communicate with empathy. Seeing things from other person's standpoint will avoid arguments and tension. Before they start, before asking anyone to buy your product or giving order, just stop a minute and ask yourself, why would my client, employee, spouse will want to do this? Practice putting yourself in other person's shoes. You will have far fewer arguments and disagreements and far better results. Always thinking regarding the other person point of view. So what I feel that yes, nowadays if the arguments are increasing between the people or the classes, uh, I what I feel that mostly because of I am not considering other points of view. I'm just putting my way of opinion only. This will be right. That will be right. Do this. Even in the case of the my own kids also, my own student also. I'm telling this in that. So nowadays, whenever I get the time for 5 or 6 minutes, I ask student, what do you want in the class to be happen? What you want your school should have all these things. In my house also, whenever I get the time, I ask my younger one. She we spend time more. We return to home same time. So what you feel and all that. So we whenever we get time, I just try to know rather than putting my views first, let what other wants, if she's in the house or if I'm her parent, from a parent what she want. I am a mother. As a mother, what I want from my child. So I want to make the connection like that. Even in the case of the friendship also, in a friend, what qualities I want, or you want to make the friendship with me, what you want to see in me, or what the good or not so good is in me. So I like to start the connection like this. So I try to listen more, understand more that person. Then I said my point, what I see or what I want to. If I feel something of other is I'm not liking, I tell I felt this way about you. Am I correct? Uh, or why I felt I said that also, and then she clear her point. I am not this way, or maybe your interpretation is wrong, or maybe my this thing made you to feel like that. So I try to connect like this. Is my own way of connecting with the people.
Wow, amazing. Yes, who would like to add to this?
Yeah, I would like to share my experience. Yesterday, we had Dandiya in our building, and we also have a temple. So, my wife goes for Havan. It is about 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. and Dandiya was from 8 p.m. to maybe 10 p.m. So I normally sleep at 9 p.m. So I requested wife to let us first go for Dandiya. Then she said ki I would love to be go to Havan first, and maybe at 9 I'll come for Dandiya. So I agreed for that, and it was an amazing uh, experience or a relationship. So putting empathy, knowing what is her liking, I gave that as a priority, and I adjusted little bit. Instead of sleeping at 9 p.m., I slept at 10 p.m. So, and sometimes, I've seen if the employee is absent or does not come, we start, malab, this is I am, not we. I start scolding, and then I realize that the person was not well, or there is a genuine reason for coming late. So, uh, what I have learned from this chapter is I should empathize, and then only the decision or a reaction should come. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, who would like to add to this? Pravina, Shweta, silent listeners.
I think the name is People's Magnet means when you think in terms of a magnet is attracting towards something towards something. But I think the entire book is telling us how we should connect with the outside world.
Yes, how I should.
Yes, sorry, how I should connect with the outside world, and we in the larger sense. I don't mean we in that sense, that it's teaching me how I should connect with the outside world. Whereas the title is, I feel a little different when they say People's Magnet.
Yeah, how
get
to
what-
become a people magnet. So how you become a magnet who are drawing that you can draw people towards you, draw their attention towards.
Agreed. When you talk in terms of drawing, it is pulling from the other towards the magnet. Whereas I think the entire book is telling me how I should connect with the outside world, how I should
Yeah,
go
both
towards
ways.
others.
Both ways.
You understand
Both
the
ways.
two are very
Both
different
ways.
movements.
It says that what the way you behave with others, the chances are likely they will also behave with you exactly the same way.
Yeah. Do unto
So
people
the
what you
onus
will have
is
them
on
do
me
unto you.
that if I smile, then there's a possibility the other person will smile back.
Yeah. So it's
Yes, sir.
teaching me to connect, whereas there it is, the title is, I think, the opposite.
Yeah, it's all about connecting me with myself. अगर आप थोड़ा सा और डेप्थ में जाएंगे तो this book is all about how I am connecting me with myself. Am I a people magnet to myself? Am I get attracted to myself the way I carry myself?
Yeah.
That's a deeper question, deeper aspect, but yes, it is one of the objective of the book. अगर आप ध्यान से देखेंगे उन्होंने शब्द को भी ऐसे ऐसे चुना है कि they are all talking about me and my connection with myself, me and my awareness about myself, me and me, my way of carrying myself with me. Yes, Dr. Rajkumar.
Pinaki ji, I want to thank you a lot because I take one-to-one sessions, for the information of others from Pinaki ji, and there are wonderful results. So on Friday, I was taking a session with him, how to be happy, without telling him that I am taking the session on the same subject on Saturday. And we were discussing the meaning of the alphabets in happiness. And I was saying E for entertainment, pleasure, and he gave me beautifully E for empathy. So thank you, Pinaki ji. This I raised the hand again to put a thank you note, gratitude note, and saluting you for your ideas.
Sir,
I'll have a separate session, questioning the beliefs of excellence because I am finding difficult to accept assumptions that the person is not the behavior. But that we will discuss some other point of time.
yes, Shweta. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. By the way, उसमें मेरा कुछ क्रेडिबिलिटी नहीं है, उसमें आप ही का क्रेडिबिलिटी है। कभी आप ही ने बातों बातों में एम्पैथी की बात की थी, आई जस्ट कनेक्टेड द डॉट्स कि हाउ अबाउट कनेक्टिंग इट विद एम्पैथी।
नाकी जी है ना, आपको याद रहा ये, तो आप अपने आप को भूलिए मत, वो बात पे क्रेडिट दीजिए थोड़ा सा।
Thank you so much. Yes, Shweta, please go ahead.
Yeah, so as Madam was telling, and we were all discussing here, it is like people's magnet means how, as you already mentioned, how are we toning ourselves to be that person whom we can, whenever we connect with people, people are happy to talk to us, not like, Are yaar, kab chale jayega? Don't, not even in that senses. That is the first thing. And coming to this chapter in specific, uh, yeah, whenever we do, I always do this way. But somewhere again, when we are more emotional, we will get into their shoes so much that we will not give importance to ourselves, is what I understand.
Yeah. So replace we, our with me, myself. Then
Yeah,
you will get the answer that you're looking for.
yeah, agreed. So,
When you generalize, it goes outside. But when you stay focused, then you like when then you actually look at inside. Okay, हो क्या रहा है मेरे साथ क्या हो रहा है? What am I doing? How am I behaving?
correct. So, in respect to this chapter, I started observing myself multiple places, and that has helped me to be more calmer and more empathetic also, because that is what is the way how we connect with people. And I'm also into therapy, and I do connect with people on counseling and all. So I feel it is more relevant when a client shares their information, what would be its right. If that is the case, then I can understand what scenario हुआ होगा, and how we can help them to guide. It's not like I am gonna give any solution. They will only discover it, but still, we should be aware about first what is happening. That is where it helps me be more empathy in my own client situations, and even with my kids, right? They are like, my elder one is 15-year-old, so I always think, because their emotions are like literally ups and downs. I can see that. And I always ask him, why are you feeling like this? What? And I also see how I was in that age, that is how I correlate. Or what is my mindset now, and how it would be different is what my thoughts come. So this helped me in dealing the situations in more better way with my kids, is what I felt. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Wow, beautifully mentioned. In NLP there is something called even if you know the answer, ask. Because हो सकता है आप जो answer पता है वो शायद that is not the answer that is going to come to you. So like when we're talking about to get into the people's shoes, there are two questions which you can use to get into the other person's shoes. वो बहुत simple questions हैं. The first question is कि आप क्या चाहते हो, and second question is how do you want to contribute in this, or how can you contribute in this. In any setup, it could be a society discussion setup, it could be a family setup, it could be some discussion with anybody, it could even a discussion with somebody who is arguing with you that ऐसा होना चाहिए. Like when people use words like should, must, वहाँ पे you can put this because you don't know what is going in the other person's mind, right? And the best way to do it is to ask that person, आप क्या चाहते हो, what do you want? And second is, how can you contribute in that? Or how would you like to contribute in that? Even better is asking them for 3 pointers. 3 points. Give me the 3 ways you can contribute in this. Now at least you know where that person is. And now whatever you can talk on those 3 points only. अभी आपको 3 point पता चल गया. वो क्या चाहता है and how he can or she wants to contribute. 3 ways in getting that thing done. है ना? अपना दिमाग लगाने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. That's what NLP says. Do not use your brain. Just listen. वो शब्द के इस्तेमाल कर रहा है उसके ऊपर बात करो. And the third question which you can eventually ask that how do you think you can achieve this, or how do you think we can achieve this? तो पहला you हो गया. Now you are telling that person that I am also with you. लेकिन अगर आप बोलोगे मैं आपके साथ हूँ, तो it doesn't make any sense, because many people say that मैं आपके साथ हूँ, please go ahead. So in that, the third question will be, okay, now tell me how we can achieve this. So you have the 3 pointers. You take those 3 pointers and how we can achieve this, how we can achieve this, how we can achieve this. अब उसने already बोल दिया उसका contribution क्या रहेगा. Now he cannot avoid his contribution, avoid his responsibility. है ना? अब उसके साथ आपने बोल दिया कि मैं भी आपके साथ इसमें अकाउंटेबिलिटी पार्टनर हूं, लेकिन आप ये डायरेक्टली नहीं बोल रहे हो. आप बोल रहे हो हाउ कैन वी अचीव दिस. अब आप उसको बोल रहे हो कि मैं आपके साथ हूं, हम दोनों मिलकर इसको कैसे अचीव कर सकते हैं fully. And if there are more people, then actually you are telling that person that all of us are with you now, because उसने already जो बोला बाकियों ने सुन लिया है. Now you are telling that person how can we achieve this. And when you say that, at least अगर physical situation में हो तो best look at the person's eyes and then ask this question straight away. Probably with your hand, a little bit of hand gestures, हाथ ऐसे सामने, and how we can do this together. And you can do this also to express that togetherness, that how we can do this together. So no guessing. Ask, and they say ask the right question, I say ask the relevant question. Asking the right question can be, what is your name? So you'll say Shweta. That is the right question, you get the right answer. But it is not associated with the issue or with the situation that we are discussing. So ask the relevant question, questions which are relevant. So easiest way to do it is to ask the other person, "Aap kya chahte ho? How do you like to contribute in this?" If people are not aware, or if they do not want to contribute, फिर तो बात ही खत्म वहीं पे हो गया. मतलब you are here only to talk about it, but you are not going to contribute in it. So then it doesn't make any sense. आपका क्या contribution रहेगा इसमें? And then the third is how we can do it. Probably you can also add the word together. और बहुत add करने की जरूरत नहीं. Together can show up like this, just through your hand gestures, and how we can do it or how we can achieve this. Do not say that how can I help you. ये नहीं बोलने का है. How can we achieve it together, or how can we achieve it, and instead of saying together, you just put your hand like this in front of that other person. This gives a sense of togetherness. Okay, थोड़ा सा theory हो गया, but apply it to 2-3 people. आज के दिन कर लो, कल से अपने आप brain समझ जाएगा उसको करना क्या है. Okay, thank you so much. Let's proceed to the next chapter.
I would like to read.
Yes, sir. Just a second. Let me just share that.
And request everyone to buy physical copy.
Yes, very, very important. This book does deserves its physical copy in your hand. Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Habit 57. Be sympathetic with the other person. I do not blame you. If I were you, I would surely feel just as you do. Add this phrase to your vocabulary. It will stop arguments. It will eliminate ill feelings. It will create goodwill and surely make the other person listen more closely to you. We have said it before. Don't judge people. Everyone you meet is fighting their own battle, and we do not know anything about it. If people are rude, irritated, mad, don't judge them for being as they are, and instead feel sorry for them. Pity them. The only thing they probably want is somebody to care for their battle, some sympathy. Be that someone. When someone attacks, you apologize and sympathize with their point of view. This will make them apologize and sympathize with your point of view. If you manage the art of answering to an insult with kindness and sympathy, the world is yours. It is nearly magical. Sympathy and kindness neutralize rudeness, anger, contempt, and all the other hard feelings. If you want something, You won't get anywhere with threats and a loud voice. Use sympathy instead. Ask kindly, and doors will open and things will get done. We all crave for sympathy. If you want to win people over, start practicing. I would like to share my experience on this chapter. Matlab not, I'm not very sympathetic with other person, but one line which answering an insult with kindness and sympathy. So in my housing society, where I'm a managing committee member, I I'm learning a habit of accepting insult and dealing with that with kindness rather than reactive. I'm try to be proactive. That 7 habits of highly effective people. That's all. Thank you.
Pinaki
Wow.
sir, there's a big thank you to you for bringing in this book. It is making us evolve. I'm not saying is it revolution or evolution? It's the evolution which is making us transform ourselves into better people. So there are so many aspects. These are all different dimensions and aspects to that beautiful diamond which we are trying to make in us. So thank you for that.
Good. Yeah. Who would like to add to this? Being sympathetic.
मैं एक चीज कहूँ, राजकुमार सर ने अभी ऐसे कहा कि I have started accepting the insults. So be careful out there. You are giving other person a chance to insult you. So where that moment, be bit careful. Keep your sympathy, but be careful about it because they get more chance for that. So that becomes their habit. आपने अपनी आदत तो चेंज कर ली, पर जब कोई इंसल्ट करता तो very politely and nicely. That's not the way. That's all.
No, I'd like to say that people's sense of awareness, sensitivity is very different. So those who are not exposed to the refined thoughts and will not be reflected in their behavior. Whereas Rajkumar sir is a senior person with all his experience, with all his wisdom. He's trying to bring in a better way, but the others cannot climb to his level. That is the difference.
Okay, let me ask you a wonderful question. If you have never heard this word called insult, how would I explain it?
To condemn others, to look
Okay, you
up
never heard about this word called condemn. How will you explain it?
contempt, look down upon people.
Okay, you never heard about this word called look down upon. Then how will you interpret
Degrade
that?
a person from the
Okay,
level of
you never heard about degrade. How will you interpret that?
reducing a person from the level of human being to
अरे
something
इतने
else.
बड़े बड़े फ्रेज में क्यों जा रहे हो? अभी तो एक शब्द में हम we were there at one word से कहाँ हम चले गए? See, insult
unequal.
is also a feedback.
Okay.
It is your meaning making of that feedback as insult. आपने उस meaning उसका जो meaning है उसको आपने insult बना दिया. It's like you are at that moment you are saying I am insulted. तो आपने अपना नाम को replace कर दिया. Now you create a new identity that I am insulted. The way that person spoke, I am insulted. It's not you are insulted. You are feeling insulted. Catch yourself. So that's why the focus is that when I'm using the word insult, before that person is doing anything, I'm already insulting myself. Just observe that. As I said in ontology, every feeling that you have about any other person for whatever things is happening, person whose situation, you are inflicting that meaning making of that feeling upon you before somebody does it. उसके बाद आप उसको एक्सप्रेस कर रहे हो ना, पहले आप उसको फील कर ही रहे हो शुरू से, बिफोर यू एक्सप्रेस दैट. So why at the first place you feel that?
So because of the person's words or behavior or body language.
So people are not their behavior.
So what should be the right way then?
आप देखो आप क्या शब्द उस वक्त इस्तेमाल करने का आपका मन कर रहा है. So that is what is you are creating for yourself at that point of time before you are expressing it to somebody else. Aware and beware यहीं पे आता है. Be aware that what words are you are doing. Beware actually है क्या है? Be aware. Yes sir, please.
मुझे ऐसा लगता है बिलीव्स ऑफ एक्सेलेंस और ये 62 हैबिट पढ़कर आदमी डिप्रेशन में चला जाएगा.
नहीं सर, अगर वो डिप्रेशन में है तो वहां से बाहर निकल आएगा.
क्योंकि दूसरे सब सही है, खुद ही गलत है.
हाँ, ये भी आपका सोच है ना कि मैं गलत हूँ. गलत सोचना नहीं है, बिकॉज देन यू आर इंसल्टिंग योरसेल्फ एनीवे, वेदर अदर्स आर डूइंग इट और नॉट. इट इज ऑल दैट मैं सही हूँ और दूसरे भी सही हैं. वो अपनी लेवल पे सही है, मैं अपने लेवल पे सही हूँ. उनके अपनी इंटरप्रिटेशन में वो सही है क्योंकि उनको दुनिया वैसे ही दिख रहा है. द फर्स्ट बिलीफ ऑफ एक्सीलेंस, दैट्स व्हाई इट सेज दैट द model of the world is unique for every person. And naturally, the second one says that respect everyone's model of the world. It's not about feeling guilty or feeling bad. It is all about feeling respectful. कि मैं उसका मॉडल ऑफ द वर्ल्ड को रेस्पेक्ट कर रहा हूँ. उसको जैसे दिख रहा है उसको मैं रेस्पेक्ट कर रहा हूँ. मुझे जैसा दिख रहा है मैं उसको भी रेस्पेक्ट कर रहा हूँ. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing right with that either. Because it is that way to that person. It is that way to me. Isliye I suggested that you ask the question that what change you want to bring, how you want to contribute, and how we can work together to make it happen. कहाँ यहाँ पे गिल्ट कहाँ है, बैड फीलिंग कहाँ पे है?
There are people who don't want to ask others. I think that is the cause of the problem.
There is no problem. Problem does not exist. It is just a situation. That person may speak or may not speak. Problem is your definition of that situation. आपको लग रहा है ये बंदा चुप रहने से मुझे प्रॉब्लम हो रही है. बंदा चुप है, चुप है.
You make us think for the whole week.
Problem, the word problem is you are using to explain that situation. It is your interpretation of the situation. That's it. इसीलिए yes sir, please. Thank you so much for being here. तो इसीलिए जहां जहां पे सिक्योरिटी प्रोटोकॉल्स यूज होते हैं ना, दे नेवर आस्क द अदर पर्सन ऑन द ग्राउंड कि व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम. दे ऑलवेज से सिचुएशन क्या है बताओ. मुझे तुम्हारा डेफिनेशन ऑफ द सिचुएशन नहीं चाहिए, मुझे सिचुएशन चाहिए. Only then I can advise you what you can do next. If you are saying sir there is a problem, now that is a different thing altogether. मेरे लिए प्रॉब्लम का डेफिनेशन कुछ और है, आपके लिए कुछ और है. तो नो प्रॉब्लम. व्हाट इज द ग्राउंड सिचुएशन? Second thing, they never allow you to say that I think. बोले नहीं, it doesn't matter what you think. Just tell me what is happening. Your thinking is your interpretation of what is happening. So if I want to know what you are thinking about it, I will ask you specifically, what do you think? हमें क्या करना चाहिए इस हालत में? But before I ask you that question, you only tell me what is the situation. मुझे situation को analyze करने दीजिए. So control center में आप बता रहे हो situation ये है. There is this riot or whatever it is. The riot is your meaning making. It may not be riot, but you are meaning making it. So the ground, this person who is at the control center will ask you, हो क्या रहा है बताओ, हो क्या रहा है, what is the situation, ground situation क्या है, आपको दिख क्या रहा है, what is happening. Then now he will say the people are pelting stones on our car or on vehicle, buses को जला रहे हैं. Okay, how many people are there जो बस को जला रहे हैं? Ground situation. So actually I dealt with some Delhi police officials recently. So recently तो वो भी लगभग कई महीना हो गया है, तो उनसे मैंने ये सब सीखा. It's all about ground situation. They always and always talk about ground situation, and ground situation is something which is applicable to all of our life in every moment. कभी भी when I'm making any meaning out of any situation, any interpretation, ask what was the ground situation. अगर हम एनएलपी की भी बात करें तो एनएलपी में स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन पे पिरामिड है, जहाँ पे बेस में है व्हाट हैपेंड द रेफरेंस स्ट्रक्चर, और बीच का जो है वो है डीप स्ट्रक्चर विच इज योर मीनिंग मेकिंग ऑफ दैट रेफरेंस स्ट्रक्चर. सबसे ऊपर है सरफेस स्ट्रक्चर, व्हाट इज योर इंटरप्रिटेशन ऑफ द सरफेस स्ट्रक्चर. आप कौन सा शब्दों को इस्तेमाल कर रहे हो टू एक्सप्लेन दैट सिचुएशन. एंड ऑफन इट हैज बीन फाउंड दैट वॉट एवर यू say about a particular situation, it's hardly 5%. Hardly 5% you say what actually happened. In most of our communication, we actually communicate only 1% to 2%. Now imagine you are communicating that 1 to 2% of a situation to somebody, and that 1 to 2% is 100% for that person. वो उसका भी 1 to 2% लोगों को बता रहा है. तो जब भी आपको कोई ऐसे मैसेज देते हैं, आस्क दैट पर्सन, आपको मैसेज मिला कहाँ से, पता कहाँ से चला. दैट पर्सन विल से पता कहाँ से चला. देन यू कैन आस्क दैट आपको ऐसा क्यों लग रहा है, नहीं मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है. Now that person will feel, he'll experience that is मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है मैं जो बता रहा हूँ. You also know that is now that person actually saying उसे कैसा लग रहा है. May not be that is the situation, that is the case. So you be very specific about asking this question. तुम्हें पता क्या कहाँ से चला. ग्रुप में व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में से बहुत मैसेज इधर उधर से आ जाता है. You ask that person, how did you get to know about it? How much are you sure about it? कि ऐसा ही है ना. So ये भी सिंपैथी का एक एग्जांपल है, that you are sympathetic with that person. You are helping that person to actually get to the source. नहीं तो अफवाह कैसे फैलता है, ऐसे ही फैलता है. जो हुआ नहीं उसका 2% आपको पता चला कि 5% पता चला, and that 5% is your 100%. You are sharing another 1 to 2% of that situation. और ये 3-4 स्टेप में जाते जाते you forget what exactly happened. The Chinese whisper story. Brilliant, thank you. Let's go ahead with the next chapter. Time क्या होगा, we have some time. Okay.
I will go.
Yeah. 58.
Yes.
It is linked to exactly what you have told us.
See, actually, I have read these chapters many times. So, yes, please go ahead.
58. Don't make assumptions. One of the most significant sources of trouble in all human relationships is misunderstandings. And one huge reason for misunderstandings is that we constantly make suppositions. We suppose what other people think or believe, and the worst is that we take our assumptions for the real and react to them. And most of the time, what we suppose is not even true. It's made up in your mind.
You missed this. You
Assumptions
missed
destroy
this.
friendships, marriages, relationships at work, and all of this because we forgot to do one thing: ask. It's always better to ask than to make assumptions. But of course, asking takes courage and it's a lot more comfortable to make assumptions. But if we have the big picture in our mind, we notice that asking creates clarity while assumptions create suffering. In our romantic relationships, we suppose that our partner can read our mind and get mad if they can't guess what we want and don't meet our expectations. You should have known. How could you not have known? Yada yada yada, come on. If somebody doesn't call us, we make assumptions, and if they do, we also do. If we don't understand something, we suppose what it means instead of asking what it really means. We suppose that others see life the same way we do. We suppose that they think and feel like we do. We even make assumptions about ourselves, about what we can and cannot do. The later, most of the time, without even thinking, checking if we could actually do it, if we had put in the time to learn it or watch it on YouTube on how to do it. So once and for all, the best way to get rid of all those limiting and hurting assumptions is to ask. Get clarity. Confirm that you really understand what they are telling you. Don't be afraid. Once you know the answer, you don't need to make assumptions anymore. The truth will be laid out right in front of you, and you can use your energy for more important things. When you stop making assumptions and start to ask questions, your communication will reach a new level of clarity, free from movies, imagined worst case scenarios, and judgment. Even better, once your communication is clear, all your relationship will change dramatically. Some for the better, some for the worse. Let the later ones go. Stop making assumptions and start asking questions. It will change everything. Yeah, so this is actually relevant, is what I felt. Because yesterday there was a little communication gap between me and my other friend, where I assumed something about the other friend, and the other friend assumed something about me, and to clear it, it took me like almost a half an hour for me. So, like, then I told, instead of you assuming or me assuming, let us ask or communicate about what is happening. That will be a better place, is what we both came to an end. Yeah. So, as rightly said, stop making assumptions and we should ask and communicate. That's true. Thank you so much.
Who would like to add to this?
The stress should be away from us. I think this is the fundamental and basic of all aspects of the book. Talk to others, be gratitude, send email, don't assume. That means shift is not to us. We have to transform ourselves in terms of thinking, in terms of thoughts, in terms of ideas, but behavior should be towards other person. I think this is the base of the book. Change your mind so that we shift from ourselves to ourself, or myself to others, because that is the base of a good life, where I connect and with the other people and live happily.
Wonderful. Would like to add to this? Pravina?
Yes. Yeah, आपको अकेले रहना है तो आपको खुद के बारे में सोचना है. If you want to live with the people, then you have to think about them, what they are thinking, what they want, and accordingly you have to change your behavior. मैं तो ऐसा ही हूँ और मैं ऐसा ही रहूंगा, and everyone everything you, आप सब मुझे एक्सेप्ट करो और मुझे जैसा चाहिए वैसा करो, ऐसे होने वाला नहीं है. So the basic, Mangla ma'am rightly said that पीपल मैग्नेट बनना है तो आपको पीपल को क्या चाहिए उनको अंडरस्टैंड करना है, अकॉर्डिंगली अपना बिहेवियर चेंज करना है. So yeah, and so the conflict is always in the mind. अगर मतलब one way the coach is saying or the author is saying be authentic, be yourself, and then he's ऐसा करो वैसा करो वैसा करो, फिर वो be yourself और be authentic कहाँ गया?
Absolutely.
विनोदी जी, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि we should use our विवेक, seeing the situation, जहाँ पे जैसा करना है, but only thing when you are saying something you should understand कि अगर मैं, वही जो पहले वाला टॉपिक था, अगर मैं ये इसकी जगह पे होता तो कैसे करता. But using the विवेक everywhere, it's like be aware. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Very
and
true.
what answer I got, that be yourself or be yeah, be yourself. हम क्या है, हम मतलब what we in which situation we bring up, where we born, we become that only. So this is also not the true self. So the reality is what is real you or what is real human. हमारा true self क्या है, true nature क्या है, वो जानना है और उसके हिसाब से करना है. So it is like the spirituality और अध्यात्म we said. इसको सिर्फ प्रैक्टिकली बताया है कि स्टेप्स बताई है कैसे करना है, कैसे करना है. द बेस इज दैट एवरीथिंग नो योरसेल्फ, तत्वमसि, you are the one. So this
Good
is
to
what
see you, Padma.
this is what
Yes. Morning,
yeah,
Pinaki.
yeah, good morning.
Good morning to all of you.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this session. In fact, I'm just connecting late, but yet I understand that your thinking, feeling, and behavior, which needs to be properly channeled, channelized, so that you can really you can, I mean, at least from your point of view, yes, from or from my point of view, I can deliver better, so I can communicate, and that can make me give me a fulfilled life. So the thought, feeling, and behavior has to be very that has to be monitored well.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yes, Sanjeev, कैसे हैं? Why don't you share? Would you like to add to this?
It's raining heavily in Vice and I'm having cough.
You're having a great time.
Yes.
क्योंकि ऐसा बहुत कम अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलता है जब इतनी बारिश होती है. It's a rare opportunity, so I'm enjoying the rarest of the rarest form of nature right now.
Pinaki is a very cool
Yeah,
person, wants us to be cool always, doesn't want us to use a lot of words like, I'm having a tough time. So all these things, he stands in front. So whenever I say it is difficult, it's quite, so I'll have to convert it. No, it is challenging. So that has influenced a lot. This, I'm, as you just talked to, I don't know her name. So I'm just getting
Pravina.
it. Yeah, yeah.
No, her name. Her name also starts with P.
P, okay.
And ends with A.
Okay, Pravina.
Pravina.
Okay, lovely name.
इनका
And it
भी
is good.
पी से शुरू होता है, ए से खत्म हो रहा है पद्मा.
Yes, yes. By the way, I'm not. I mean, I'm not very comfortable with this Hindi language, Pravina. I'm learning. I'm just learning. I'm not very comfortable. So maybe.
Pravina, there's an opportunity for you to teach Padma Hindi and make some money.
Sir, I take that challenge.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Please do.
wow.
I love my Hindi. I love speaking in Hindi, and I love thinking in Hindi, and I always do that.
Absolutely.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So Padma is always ready to learn Hindi, but she is not getting the good teacher, a committed teacher.
Can we see Padma?
You can see, but it'll be very tough for you to see me. I'm not prepared to show my face. No, if it's okay.
No. It doesn't make a difference. We all are family now.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. Okay, nice. Nice.
Thank you.
जब तक चेहरा नहीं देख लो मजा नहीं आता.
I understand. I totally understand. But I'm not prepared. I got up little late. I slept late. Last night I had lot of, I decided that I should join this session early in the morning. I couldn't, so I'm not prepared. So I thought I was not very comfortable to switch on my video. And
Okay. Thank you.
thank you. Thank you.
That's why you need to come on camera first before asking anybody to do that. All right, so let's close the session. I just want to add a wonderful thought. That when I was reading this book, like every time I read this book, that how to become a people magnet, I think the easiest way to do it, even if you don't want to read the book, the easiest way to do it, that when you get attracted to somebody, ask yourself, what is the quality of that other person which is attracting you to that other person? And just work on that quality for a few days. And you can also become that way. Good one.
Very good.
Very nice. Good.
Yeah.
Just observe that when you are getting attracted to somebody, actually you can write down also. You can write down that person's name and write down 3 points. 3 points are good enough. That what are the 3 things which attracts you towards that person? Naturally, the next question is, how can I bring those qualities in myself? क्योंकि वो already quality आपके अंदर है, तभी आपको दिख रहा है ना? So how I can develop on these qualities and become that way? And if I become that way, then I will get attracted to other persons also. That is what modeling is all about in neuro linguistic programming. NLP में ना सिर्फ 3 चीजें, वो 3 पैर पे चलता है. The first one is reframing, like using powerful words. The second word is anchoring, like triggering your feelings when the feelings that you want to trigger. And the third one is modeling. So you use these 2 legs towards the destination. Destination is modeling someone. That's what neuro-linguistic programming is all about, fundamentally. Reframing, anchoring, and modeling.
Yeah. The phrase in the NLP, like meet the people where they are, is also the like sympathy, empathy, and not making assumptions.
Yeah. So to meet the person where they are, you can ask some relevant questions. It can be through body language also, mirror matching. There are many techniques. Probably the best thing is that you ask. That is the best way to meet that person. All right. So आज ये practice करके देखो 1-2 दिन के लिए. That whatever you like about the other person, which attracts you, which attracts your attention toward that other person. Figure out what the qualities you like about that person that is attracting your attention. Preferably write it down. Then work on it for a few days. Then you see what happens. It will be an amazing experience. You know, like you can actually write a book out of it.
This is what I'm saying. Pinaki sir is not changing us, he's transforming us. Thank you.
Ma'am, you are transferring yourself. I'm only sharing my thoughts. My surface structure.
No, without you it is impossible. No. This is certain. So we have just learned a minute ago what is gratitude and recognition. So I'm just giving you both the gratitude and recognition that we are learning a lot from your wisdom, your intellect, your experience, and also the way you communicate and make us think, which is fundamental base, bringing about awareness and bewareness, both to transform ourselves. So a big thank you. You're changing our lives.
Wonderful.
And I'm a person who I speak from my heart and mind. So it goes, like I always say, my DNA is sincerity.
So let me say the same thing. That wonderful statement which I often use when people praise me, that every word that you use to praise me, you have all those qualities. You only need to be present to it, being aware and being expressive to that. That's it.
Food for life. It is food for life, not food for
सुनहार सोना पहचानता है ना? Only a goldsmith can identify gold.
Yeah.
So you're already that goldsmith, that you're identifying the gold.
Yeah, certainly. So we are just simple people.
Exactly. So qualities to cultivate.
Everybody.
All right. Thank you so much for this wonderful
Thank you very
session.
much, everybody.
And happy Navratri to all of you.
Yes.
Happy Dashera to all of you. Dashera. We'll meet
same to you.
Dashera.
Same to you. Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Happy Dashera
Bye,
to
everybody.
everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Have an amazing day. Yeah.
Make your day amazing.
Okay. Make your day amazing.